Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to start with a new topic called multi-cell and single-cell array formula as given over here. And I'll also be showing you a very good example of how absolute referencing can help you in writing formulas. Now, when we talk, as you'll be knowing, when we talk about absolute referencing, we basically give a certain set of cells a specific name. If you think about it in layman's perspective. So what you're going to so as we move on, now as you can see here, the purpose of multi-cell array formula is, as you can see here, as I'm highlighting it. Normally, what you do is that you go to each cell and you just enter the formula by selecting the particular data, like over here C6 and D6. So C6, we selecting units sold into unit price, and we to find out the answer. So 22,50,000. So normally any new person will like do the same thing, just as I'm seeing here for every cell below. For every cell below, or maybe like copy paste this formula and control paste. So this is what normal technique is. There's another technique which proves the power of flexibility which Excel has. It's called the multi-cell array formula. Now, what is this multi-cell array formula is I'm going to show you. Now, the first thing we'll talk about the absolute referencing. Now, absolute referencing is that we're selecting a certain set of cells and we're giving it a name. So over here, for units sold, we select these cells. And as you can see here, I've already given a name to these cells. It's called units. And for these set of cells, I've given the name price. So it is very simple. The simple purpose benefit of absolute referencing is that when you're writing complicated formulas, instead of uh, selecting certain set of cells, this is quite a simple example. You might come across scenarios, certain scenarios where you will be asked to, where you'll be forced to select a uh, n number of cells like 20, 30, 40, 50 n number. So instead of selecting those cells and make complicating things for yourself, you can just separately select those cells and give it a name. Like I've given here, these set of cells are given the name price. So you can do similar thing for that. So now we move to multi-cell array formula. So what I'm going to do first is step number one. I'm going to select the cells over here because this is where I want to know the total cost for each of the bikes or vehicles, as you can see here. And then on the wait, I select it again, and then on the first cell I write down the formula equals units into price. I'm just entering the name of the columns because I know what the column's name is. And what I do next is Ctrl+Shift+Enter. So as you can see here, as I selected the first, as I made the entry on the first cell, the Excel also makes entries on the cell selected below it. So the simple benefit of this is that instead of wasting time in making entries in the other cells, you finish this thing at one shot. As we say, as it is said in Hindi, एक तीर से दो निशान, that kind of scenario. In this case, you are doing एक तीर से पांच निशान. So that's that. So now we move to single cell array formula. So what do we do here? We select sum. We want to figure out what is the total cost of each of them. So what we do here is that we select, just need to follow what I'm doing. Oh, sorry. Ctrl+Shift+Enter. So this is how single cell array formula and multi-cell array formula works. You can check out in the net to figure out for recommended readings for complicated case scenarios. Over here, some of you might find a single cell array formula not much of a use. A lot of you might be finding this use of sum formula for finding the total. This thing is quite easy, not much required, but there are certain cases where single cell array formula will prove to be a huge asset and it will help you. And if you like my video, click on like. If you want more videos, subscribe and do watch out for more videos of mine. Thank you.